working title for a long time was moderator. Just one word, moderator. And my terrific editor at Random House called me one day after we'd already finished the book. And he says, you know, Tim, I'm not sure moderator works as a title. He said, would you buy a book called Moderator? And I said, well, what do we do? That's what it is. I mean, that's what it's called. That's what it's about. And he said, well, think about it. See if you can come up with something better. Well, I recalled that when I had this incredible privilege of interviewing all the presidential candidates, vice presidential candidates, about their experiences with presidential debates over a period of 20 years. And I remembered that George H.W. Bush, when I was talking to him, I asked him, you know, some great question like, what did you think about those debates? And he said, oh, Jim, those big time things, they were Tension City. So I called them, my editor, Bob Loomis, and I said, how about Tension City? And he says, yes. I've had 11 favorite live moments. And they are, that's the end of the debate for tonight. Thank you and good night from wherever in the hell I was. My favorite moments, frankly, were when I did something that I had intended to do and it worked. And be specific. There was in 2004, George W. Bush versus John Kerry. And the rules of the debate were very restrictive. You know, 1 minute here, a blink there, that kind of thing. And there was there was no time built in for follow-ups. So I studied those rules, and I talked to Kate, as I always do, about all these things, my wife. And I figured there's got to be a way to use the rules and not violate the spirit of the rules, but to use those rules to ask some follow-ups in one way or another. And I figured out a way to do it, and it worked. And it happened, the moment that I was happiest was after about 4 or 5 minutes into the debate, and I realized I just asked a follow-up. And the whole rules were designed to keep me from doing that in a way. That wasn't stated, but it was clear that one side or the other in the negotiations wanted that. Where my first debate, 1988, Michael Dukakis versus George H.W. Bush, and we were about to leave the hotels in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and we were about to leave the hotel, get in the car, and go to the hall. And I was not literally shaking, but really shaking like a leaf. I realized I knew what this was all about, and this was scary, scary stuff. And I said to Kate, you know, I'm just a nervous wreck, or something stupid like that. And Kate said, you're nervous. Think about what it's like for those two guys that could be on that stage. They make one mistake and they're going to lose the presidency of the United States. All you're going to do is make a fool of yourself. I said, thank you, dear. No, but it was something I've never forgotten. That no matter how tough it is for me, think of what it is for these folks. And they've gone right up to the brink of becoming president of the United States. This is the last hurdle. And most of those debates are in October, and we're just a few weeks to go. And all it takes is for somebody to look at a watch, or sigh, or do something inappropriate, and you could lose the whole shoot match. And and I've never forgotten that. But Kate was, as I say, Kate reminded me of that, and I've never forgotten it. The bottom line here, John, is this is my feeling about it at least, that by the time you get to those debates, what people really, whether you're already committed to one candidate or the other, what those debates are really about is you want to take the measure of the person. Can you actually see that person sitting behind the Oval Office as President of the United States? Because most presidencies rise or fall on the unexpected, not the expected. You can argue till you're blue in the face about whether we should put Social Security in a lockbox or not. But it's what you think this person will do if the unexpected happens. Another terrorist attack. How you feel a person would go about making a decision to send young Americans into harm's way. What you would do if there was another natural disaster of the scale of Katrina. And you just try to imagine that, and because you know there's going to be the unexpected. We live in a world of the unexpected, and you want to take the measure of the person, and that's why likability, how a person thinks on his feet, even if you disagree with him on an issue, by then you're taking a different measurement rather than on the issues. And that's why I think these things are so important, and why I think the language of the body is almost as important in some cases, in these debates at least, because of the timing of them, than the body of the words.
Attention City, buy it, give it to folks, read it, important notes.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you.